continuing off from yesterday. Now, yesterday you guys did, how do you think you did as far as, how many points you earned from last night's like practice homework-ish? Hold up how many points you earned. Okay. Good, okay. Okay, what are we doing? 5? 5? 5? 4? Do you have any idea what the question I asked was? No, okay, the question was how many points did you earn out of 5 last night on the homework? 4? Okay, good. Good, that's good. I like seeing lots of people got 5s, lots of people got 4s. I don't think I saw any 3s, or maybe you just didn't want to raise your hand, which is okay. But this seems to make some sense to you guys. There's only 2 things that are going to happen. One, they're describing an expression, and you have to change that from words to an expression. Or they give you an expression, and you have to insert a response to the variable. Mr. Papa, do you have your notes? Were you here yesterday? But you were... Do you have these? So we answered that one yesterday, right? We finished that one? Okay. To find the volume of a cube, you can write the expression L times W times H. What does that mean there? L times W times H, yeah. Length times width times height. So now we're going 3-dimensional. Because we have length times width times height. So we would have guess that would be flat. So now we're going okay. There. Now we're going 3-dimensional. That's kind of a weird looking cube. I could have done better than that. Let's try that again, shall we?
Looks like mistake.
There. Okay. Now I got it. So you just do one square. Have another line, overline. Same angle, same angle, same angle, same angle. There we go. So now we have a cube. Okay, so now we have a cube. So we have length times width. I'll go length here. I'll go length here. Times height. Ugly too. Ooh, that's supposed to be height. Times height. So we length times this times height. Okay? So that's our cube. So you're imagining it's going to be 3-dimensional now, because cubes are 3-dimensional square, if you will. Write this expression in a different way. Write that expression in a different way. Go ahead and try to see if you can write that expression in a different way, in another way. Okay, 1 second. Now, in order to do this, you have to recognize something. You have to be familiar with something from the past. What do you need to What do you need to be familiar with? Yeah. Properties, true. Not that recent in the past. That's still this this section. What do you know about a cube? Well, it has 6 sides, but
Yeah.
it's squares, right?
Yeah. All squares.
They're all squares. And what's the thing about a square? The sides are squares, yeah? All the sides are the same. Oh. Okay. See if that opens up any ideas for you. But what did you have for that response there, Taylor? Okay. Length. So we did the associative property because we're associating length and width together. Distributive? L. Why is that not writing? L parentheses W plus H. And that would come out to be this, though. If we distributed them again, it would be LW plus LH. So that doesn't work. Avery? Height times width times length. Height times width times length, because that is the commutative property of multiplication. Emily? H to the power of L and W? I like your H in the parentheses and then L then W? That would be the same thing that Taylor just had. So that would be LW LH when you're done with it, and that would be too big. Claire, no, actually, Amel. HW times L, that works as well. Yep, HW times L or multiplied by L, that would be another commutative property. How many of you did this when you thought about the concept of what a cube is? How many people had this? Length or 3. Would that work? What if the side of a length was 2? Actually, we're going to do that in a second. Okay. What about this one? What about this one? Length cubed, height cubed.
Yeah.
Width cubed. Yeah, because it's a cube. It's a cube. You take one side and you cube it. Right?
Yeah.
All right, let's try with this. With the side length is level 2, what is the volume of this? Side length is 2, so let's go to...
So all sides of the
So we have a 2 here, and we have a 2 here, and we have a 2 here. So how are we going to find that out? Yeah.
Would you go 2?
2.
And then, like, would you times it by 2?
Multiply by 2, yep.
Yeah.
Multiply by 2, and you'd have 8 if the side length was 2. What would be the volume if the side length was 4? Papa, what we got? How are we going to do this? We just did it 4 seconds ago with 2. Stick with me, please. Somebody else who's paying attention. Yes. $16 times 4. Yeah. 64. 64. It'd be 64 units. That's what the volume of that cube is. And then if you were to prove that both expressions work, we had it that way. Okay, so we did already. We had it the first one, and because they're all the same size in a cube. Good? Okay, find the surface area of the cube, and in order to use it, we use 6s squared. Ooh, fractions. I love some fractions. Let's do the first one together. So we have 6s squared. Oops, wrong button. No. We have 6s squared. Okay, that's the surface area of a cube. Okay, because it's surface area, we have length and width squared, and then there's 6 sides to a cube, yes? Yes, there's 6 sides to a cube. So what is the first number that we're going to try to substitute in there? Mr. Weber? What is the first side that we want to find? No. We're looking at the next question in the notes. It's asking us, they gave us an expression, now they're giving us a number to put the variable inside of. What? Have you been with me? What does S represent? No, well, S is a variable, but what is it a variable of? Yes, but what kind of number? The answer's on hopefully where you're just looking. Do you know where we are right now? We're at like the second to last box, A. Yes, it is 1/4. That's the number, but what is that number? Yes, it is a fraction, but what is the variable? Like, what is it? A car? Is it the size of my shoe? What is that S? Don't just look at the numbers. Look at the words. Yes, it's the surface, but what part of the surface? It says right there, bud. He'll get it. I'm not trying to patronize him. I'm just helping him find where we're at. It's one of the last 6 words of A. There's more than one word. That wouldn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not surface area. This is the formula. This is the expression for finding surface area. But what is that S? Yes, it's a quarter, but what is it representing? Like, what is it saying? Is it saying how long my hair grows in a day?
Okay.
Starts with an S, and it's not surface. Side length. I knew you had it in you. Okay, yeah, it's a side length. It's a side length, okay? And the side length is 1/4, so we just need to plug that in. All right, thank you for persisting, and thank you for not getting frustrated. That's good. All right, this is a teaching moment here. Don't give up. Don't give up. You guys are capable of doing these things. You might not get the right answer, but when you explore different options, you can come up with a solution or something that's close to it, okay? As we're going to start to be doing more park test practice stuff, okay, where you're going to have more of the questions that look like this, okay? That's what we're going to be doing. So the first thing we have to do is we have the side length of a quarter. Okay, a quarter what? Chickens. Okay, I don't know why they're not using units. But what are we going to do with that? What are we going to do with that quarter, Skylar? What are we going to do? Do you remember what the 2 major concepts of today's expression stuff is? The first one was they tell you about a situation and you have to write an expression. And what was the other one? It was verbal, not written down. Who remembers what the second part of it was? Yeah.
Trading it out.
Trading it out, but if I for the first time all year, I wasn't here on Monday. I had a substitute. You have to substitute. Yeah, you have to substitute in there for the variable. You with me? We have to substitute it in there. So what is our formula going to look like now? Now. What's it going to look like now? Yeah. 6 times 1/4 times the exponent of 2. 6 times 1/4 times the exponent of 2. This is still A, yeah. So we have 6 times the exponent 1/4 to the power of 2. So I don't want to do the exponent where I go in there. That's tough stuff. But what is 1/4 squared? How do we do that? Do you guys remember that from exponents? Six times 1/4 times 1/4. Okay? When you multiply fractions, you have to what? No, that's adding and subtracting fractions where you have to have the same denominator. I've still got you, Emily. Go ahead. Well, what is 1/4 times 1/4? 1/8? It's actually going to be 1/16 because this is a refresher. When you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across, okay? You multiply straight across. So we have 6 times 1/16. And when we multiply those, it's going to be 6/16. Does that reduce? Even numbers don't reduce?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay, so that's going to be down to 3/8. Okay, so that's my answer. 3/8. Just plugged it in. Is this course still on there for plugins? No? Okay. Good. Questions? Okay, if you're not quite with it, we will do another one. Well, even if you aren't quite with it, we'll do the other lengths we're going in. So I'm going to erase these because the next one is why is that not erasing? Erase. Gone. There we go. Okay, so surface area is 0.5. So now all we have to do is what? If the surface area is giving us 0.5, what is my new? What am I going to look? What's it going to look like? Lexi, what's it going to look like? We did it last time with the with the quarter. Now we're going to do 0.5. Please speak up. Okay, we have 6. That's my bad handwriting there. It looks like a G. 6 multiplied by 0.5. Then what? Close. Squared. Yep, squared. Squared. Don't be scared if you see the squared. Yeah. 6 times 0.5 times 0.5, and I'm just going to work this out so we can do a review on fractions, or on decimals. And when I multiply decimals, I ignore the decimal points for a minute. I multiply them together like normal, and then what do I have to do? Add the decimal places in again. Beautiful. My goodness, you guys are smart. 0.25, because 5 times 5 is 25, and there is 1 decimal place, 2 decimal places. 1 plus 1 is 2. 6 times 0.25. Once again, I'm going to do that, and this time I'll show my work. Because I don't need no calculator. Okay, 12. Then there was 2 decimal places, so I go boop, boop. Good. Yeah, that's probably one you can do in your head whenever you have like that. So we have 1.5. So it's 1.5. That is the volume, or sorry, the surface area total on a cube with a side of 0.5. Now it's your turn. Please do part C. Please do part C. 6s squared. And that is when the surface area, the side length, is 1. S equals 1.6. Anybody else get that? So you should get 1536. And just as fast as I did that, I expect you all to be able to do that multiplication and 3-digit multiplication that quick. Okay? Yes, ma'am. You didn't? Let's see where you went wrong. 1.6, 1.6. You have 6 times 3.6 as being 3.6. But you have it set up right. Yep, you have it set up right, which is good. Where's your multiplication table? Ah, okay. All right, so we're going to have the next 5 minutes to continue working on that the assignment that we started yesterday. Okay? I'm going to pass out your quizzes and other stuff if I can get that done in 5 minutes, but I'll pass out your quizzes first. You guys can see how you did. Some of you did very poorly. A lot of you did really, really well. Okay? Some of you, we need to figure out how that's going with that. So that's that. I'm going to stop the video. Is this going to work? Yes, it does. Okay? Peace out, River Trout.